Everyone, it's Mark again from the North Ridgeville Public Library, doing another cooking demonstration on our Charlie cart. Again, I want to give a big thank you to Heart and Soul for helping us with the funding of the Charlie cart. Today, we're going to make a very healthy grilled zucchini salad with toasted pecans, provolone cheese, and lemon vinaigrette dressing. You may be asking yourself, how can he do a grilled zucchini salad when he doesn't have a grill? And that's what I'm going to show you, because we are going to roast our zucchini instead of grilling it. Let me go over the list of ingredients with you before we get started. Of course, with a zucchini salad, we have the ever popular zucchini, a little salt and pepper. We need some Dijon mustard for our vinaigrette, and just a touch of honey. If you don't have honey, sugar will work just as well. We need pecans, lemons. We have some fresh dill and fresh mint. I mean, we want a nice fresh salad, so we're going to use some fresh herbs. Some olive oil and provolone cheese. All right, I'm going to get started by slicing the zucchini. So I'm going to start with my zucchini. I'm just going to cut the ends off. And discard those. I'm going to show you a little trick with the zucchini. I see I've got a little spot here. I'm just going to cut that out. So I have my zucchini and I want to cut it in long strips, but I don't want the zucchini to roll, because as I'm cutting, and if the zucchini rolls, I might cut myself. So what I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to cut one strip on the bottom. So now I can lay my zucchini on that and I have a nice flat strip. So now I don't have to worry about it rolling. So I'm just going to take my zucchini, I'm going to cut it into strips, about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. And if you want to use this recipe on your grill, you do it exactly the same way, but instead of roasting the zucchini in the oven, you just lay it on your grill, whether it's charcoal or propane. I just got my pan here. I'm going to set this here with the zucchini on it. And I've got a little piece of another zucchini. I'll cut that as well. Again, I'm just going to cut a flat spot on the bottom so I don't have to worry about that rolling. So if you want to do this in the oven, we'll need a roasting pan. I'm just going to kind of spread my zucchini out. I've just taken some of the olive oil and put it in this little bowl. And I have a little brush. And I'm just going to lightly brush my zucchini with the oil. We want it in that oven. When that oven gets hot, we want that olive oil to sizzle right on top of the zucchini. Also will help prevent it from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Of course, if you're grilling outside, you will want it to, this will help it from sticking to your grill. So I've got all this side brushed. I've got my handy dandy salt and pepper grinder. I really like this one. This has got salt on one side and pepper on the other. So I give salt if I turn it that way and pepper if I turn it this way. Fresh pepper smells good. And I'm just going to turn these over and get the other sides. Again, doesn't take much olive oil, just a light brush. This will be an excellent dish for this upcoming Labor Day weekend, doing a little grilling with the family. I'm sure they will love this. Nice fresh zucchini. It's so plentiful this time of the year, and just delicious. And a little salt and pepper. Just like general tip in grilling, it's always, even if you're grilling steaks, chicken, vegetables, fish, doesn't matter, you should season everything with a little salt and pepper before you grill. Okay, we're all set. I've got my oven set for 450 degrees. I want it nice and hot to simulate a grill. In we go, and this is only going to take 5 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, our zucchini is in the oven, and while that's cooking, let's get started on the lemon vinaigrette dressing. I have a couple lemons here. I think I'll only need one for this dressing. So I want to start with 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. So I have a little lemon grater here and a plate, and I'm just going to get a little zest. When you're doing this, it's important not to go too deep in the rind. We want the yellow part. We don't want to get into the white. There's a lot of oil in the lemon rind, and that oil is very flavorful. You can, just from zesting this, if you were in this room right now, you could definitely smell it. So good here. When you're working with this, we'll need the juice for the lemon as well. So it's a good idea to start with the zest, and then we'll juice it when we're done. So I have the zest of 1 lemon. I'm going to put that, a little bit stuck on the back side here. I'm going to put that in my bowl. Again, the lemon rind is so flavorful. You can really just smell lemon in this room. See, now I'm going to juice my lemon. When you juice a lemon, a good idea is to just kind of roll it a little bit, soften it up. Just kind of separate that juice from the fruit. All right, now I'm just going to cut it in half. I've got one of these, whoops. I've got one of these trusty little juicers here, and I'm just going to go ahead and juice my lemon in this bowl. Good squeeze. We need about 1/4 of a cup for this, which will be about 1 lemon. Squeeze every last drop out of there. All right. I can discard my lemons. All right, as you can see, I have my lemon juice, and I have a lot of seeds in there from the lemon. So I just have a little strainer. I'm just going to strain the seeds out. And now we have fresh lemon juice in our bowl. It's It's better to use fresh lemon juice for this instead of the concentrated lemon juice. You'll definitely notice a difference if you go fresh. The concentrated lemon juice can be a little strong. All right. So now I'm going to add my Dijon mustard. This is just about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard is what we need for this. Just shake that up a little bit. And I'm just going to put about a teaspoon in. Okay. Same with the honey, just about a teaspoon. Just a little, we have the tartness of the lemon, we want a little sweetness to balance that out. And fresh dill, I want to put some fresh dill in here. I've already washed my dill and taken the heavy stems off of it. I don't think I'll need all this. I'm just going to put, about that much in it. Dill is an excellent herb for zucchini. It goes very well with zucchini. I'm just going to take my knife. Show you here. And I don't have to get super fine with the dill, but cut up my fresh dill. And we're just mincing this dill up a little bit so it can go into our vinaigrette. That should be good. I'm just going to put it right in the bowl. Okay. I think I'm just going to set this aside. So we have, I want to put a little salt and pepper in here as well. I know I put some on the zucchini, but I'm also going to put a little in the dressing. One way for pepper and one way for salt. There we go. All right. And then we're going to need about half a cup of olive oil. Now what I want to do is I want to slowly add my olive oil to this dressing, and that's the last ingredient in it. And what's going to happen is the dressing is going to begin to thicken. It's called emulsification. So we're going to emulsify this vinaigrette to give it a little bit of thickness so it clings to our zucchini a little better. So the way we do this is we get all of our ingredients in the bowl ready to go, and we're slowly going to drizzle in the olive oil while whisking. And if you start to see it, you need to catch up with the whisk, just settle down for it. Just set the olive oil down for a second and catch up. And go back to it. Okay, that's about a half a cup. And you can see our dressing is done. You notice how its dressing is holding together. It's not separating like a normal vinegar and oil dressing would. That's because of the way we mixed it together. So we have a nice, held together vinaigrette, and it's just a lemon, simple lemon vinaigrette. Okay. I heard the convection oven shut off, so my zucchini is ready. Just set this dressing aside for a second. Show you what we have here. So we have, you can probably see the steam rolling off of the zucchini. We have our slices of zucchini, and you can see that it's fully cooked. We want the zucchini to be fully cooked, nice and soft, to serve in this warm salad. Of course, if you were to cook it on the grill, you would have your grill marks on the zucchini, but it should be about, we don't want it cooked so much that it's falling apart. We still want it to stay together, but we want it to be nice and tender. This is perfect. You can let that sit for a minute or two before we serve. I've started with a batch that I had made just a little bit earlier. Let me add what we've just cooked to this. Oops. So you can see this would be nice to make a platter. This should be served warm to room temperature. When we put our dressing on it, we should let the dressing marinate on the zucchini for at least 15 or 20 minutes before serving. Okay. I'll just set this down here. Take my dressing and just kind of drizzle it over my zucchini. We don't want so much that it's swimming in it, but we do want to coat all the zucchini. That should be good. Now I've got my provolone cheese, and it's just a cheese knife. I've cut a little cheese already with this, but I want to cut this cheese into curls, but not super long curls. So I'm going to go, an inch and a half or so, and just go right on my zucchini. These cheese knives are really nice, great for, you could use Romano cheese, Parmesan cheese, really whatever kind of cheese you like for this. One thing that's important when you're working with a recipe is not to get too hung up on the ingredients. You can always replace ingredients, make the thing your own. Just like I didn't have a grill, so I cooked the zucchini in the oven. If you would prefer Romano cheese to provolone or mozzarella cheese, you could certainly use any of those. Okay, I've got that. Add the stuff that I've already cut. To that, I have taken some of my dill and some of my mint and put it in cold water. I'm going to use this as a garnish. I'm just going to put a couple sprigs of mint and dill around. This mint, I haven't even torn the leaves, and you can just smell the mint. If you have herbs and they start to get a little wilted, if you put those in cold water and just let them sit, they'll come right back, fully refreshed. Peak of freshness. It's a good little tip. So I like to put them in water a little bit for an hour or so before I'm ready to serve, especially when I'm garnishing, just to give them that nice, give your dish that nice fresh look. And then the last step, I took some of my pecans that I had earlier, and all I did is toast them in the oven. It took me 4 minutes in a 350-degree oven to toast these pecans, and I'm just going to, I didn't put anything on them, just the pecans, and I'm just going to add that to our zucchini. And voila. So here we have grilled zucchini salad with toasted pecans, provolone cheese, dill, mint, and a fresh lemon vinaigrette. This is a very healthy, delicious meal that will be a great accompaniment for any of your cookouts this holiday weekend. All right, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing all of you at the North Ridgeville Public Library, and happy cooking.